Hi everybody, look, it's Christmas time and we're all out getting Christmas trees, and that reminds me to talk to you guys about wood. So you guys are probably out, some of you out shopping for Christmas trees, and you know that I can't touch this because it's all full of gooey, Christmas tree junk. And you're gonna cut the bottoms off the tree, and you cut off the tree and then you put that in there to freshen it up. But here's my point about the wood. Well, one, Collings guitars are very expensive, and one of the main reasons is the availability of wood. They're not using Christmas trees, they're using ancient old growth woods. Imagine having a tree this big, and after you cut away all the bark, what do you got left to make a guitar out of? You really need a giant tree and giant timbers, and those are old timbers. Also, when you get a Christmas tree, you'll notice not only is it fragrant and smell good, but it sticks to your hands. You're like, all this goop on it. You need to let the wood dry, and you're gonna have, if you look at this piece of wood, and I'm sorry it's in a bag and it's not really worth looking at, but the center of it is off center. So you can take wood and just slice it like that, and that is just regular sawn wood. You're basically being a carpenter. Or you're gonna take a maul and you're gonna break open the wood and read the wood and see what it says. If you're building guitars, you are working with the wood. You are aging it, getting rid of all the juice, and you're splitting it correctly to make sure you find that middle point and get that cut just the right way. And let me show you something. This is, if you look at this, how this is sliced right here, this is just cut just like that same piece of wood. You quarter saw wood, and this is quarter sawn, and you get all this beautiful grain in the wood. You get the flame out of the wood. You can get rift sawn, which is kind of like quarter sawn, but quarter sawn really only the center and the heart of the tree is usable. And then there is just plain sawn where you're cutting it up. So there's different ways to cut the wood, but to get the beautiful grain, you need to quarter saw the wood. You're quartering it, and then you're cutting these out of the wood. And all of that is the expensive way to get these old woods. So now I'm going to segue into Collings guitars. This is a Collings we just got in, and this is a OM1, and 1 means mahogany, 2 means rosewood, and all the models. OM the size, and OM and triples O's are the same size, except the OM has the longer scale length, and OM stands for orchestra model. Now imagine you're in an orchestra. There's all these other guys. What do you want? Right, to be heard. You want to be heard. That's why the orchestra model's there. That slightly longer scale length does that. I'm sorry, did I hurt your ears? This guitar, sorry, I'm going to talk loud to talk over the guitar. This guitar has a baked Adirondack top. Now, Adirondack trees are becoming extinct. They are getting less and less, so we only get fallen timber that's wind fallen, and you're going to notice when you bake Adirondack or any tree, you're going to bring out the sugars in the tree, and that's going to bake inside there. So you're going to notice some imperfections when you get baked wood. Here is something you might want to know. Collings called us and said, no more baked Adirondack. We could order guitars with Adirondack, but not baked Adirondack. We can't get it. This is the last guitar we think we're going to see. Maybe there's one more in the pile. This is a mahogany bodied OM scale length, OM size, so it's comfortable to wear, and it has this top, and lastly, it's a traditional model. Traditional is thinner lacquer, thinner wood, and a huge sound. If you've ever played one of those older pre-war Martins that are $20,000, $30,000, you'll see why people spend that kind of money for it, because it sounds so good. And That is another thing. Here is another Collings we just got in, and again, all of this is about the wood. The wood availability for these trees, these are 400, 700-year-old trees. You don't grow that again. You find it and you keep it, and it's precious, and you make sure that you season it and cut it and work with it. And this, oh, this is a copy of a J185. This is a Collings SJ. So this is a mini jumbo. I know. And the mini jumbo is a copy of a J185. Look on our website. We have a real J185. And here is a gorgeous copy. Really beautiful inlay. There's so much about the Collings that we could go on and on with, but you are running out of time and we have to let you go. And that is the tapered headstock. So that leaves the strings coming in at a better angle. That gives you a better breaking angle. So the string vibrates back and forth and ricochets better. There's more mass at the nut. I could talk for 10-15 minutes just on Collings headstocks. They're not cut straight like a Gibson. They're cut at an angle. Everything is thought out and carefully done for one reason only: inspiration. These are inspirational guitars. We have some Collings in stock. We have some more coming. They're due to us in 25, and you could order one to be delivered in early 25 any way you like. How's that for a thought? Okay, that's it. That was our Christmas tree segue into Collings because of the wood video.